unbeaten fighters and major performers. I can't tell you how excited I am about this.
Everyone, and we welcome you to the final official press conference for what will be a great night of boxing at the Echo Arena here in Liverpool. Now, what does it take to bring a good crowd in front of some of the greatest fight fans in the United Kingdom here in Liverpool? Well, the promoter has to go out, rent the arena, that's the Echo Arena, and then bring in a great undercard and a great main event. You got to bring in names like Scott Fitzgerald, Bilal Raymond, Osman Aslam, Sam Eggington, Tom Farrell, Craig Glover, Tasha Jonas, Conor Benn, Anthony Fowler, and then a great co-feature with Sean Dodd, defending his Commonwealth against Tommy Boyle. And then you've got to top it all off with an excellent main event. So you go out and you bring in a silver medalist from the Olympics, a former unified world champion, a fighter that hasn't been in the ring for 2 years and has to make a statement and a comeback and show the world that he's still got the goods. He's going to step into the ring with a new trainer. He's going to show everybody that he wants to be back in the mix for a world title. And his name is Amir Khan. He goes out and he gets a hard-as-nails Canadian fighter, a former international WBC international welterweight champion by the name of Phil, the Italian sensation, Lo Greco. This is going to be one hell of a main event with an outstanding undercard, something that the fight fans here in Liverpool deserve. So here to tell us more about it, please welcome Mr. Eddie Hearn from National Boxing.
Thank you guys. I think more importantly we should welcome and thank Hall of Fame MC Michael Buffer to Liverpool, ladies and gentlemen.
Good to be back.
Well guys, thanks for an incredible turnout today here in Liverpool, and as always you've done yourself proud. I got that beautiful phone call late last night from the Echo Arena to tell us we're completely sold out of tickets on Saturday night. 9,000 packed in to witness the return of Amir Khan against Phil Lo Greco. Nearly 5 years since he's been in a ring in the UK, and a big, big night for British boxing. One of the all-time British greats in Amir Khan returns to action this week. But what a card we've got for you as well, from top to bottom. Doors open at 4:30, we're kicking off at 4:35. We've got all these guys to get through here as well. Some big championship boxing on the undercard as well, some of the best young talent in the sport. Big local fighters coming through as well. So welcome, and we're going to start by speaking to some of the members of that undercard right now. We're going to start with Anthony Fowler, a young man who has had a brilliant amateur career with GB, obviously in the Rio Olympics, Commonwealth Games gold medalist as well. Already had a brilliant start to his professional career, and a scouser as well. So what about a round of applause for Anthony Fowler? Anthony, boxed here once before. You're always telling me to let you off the leash in Liverpool. And a big night for you again on Saturday night.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait. I've trained very, very hard. 15 weeks I think it's been, so I put all the effort in the gym, and now it's time to do it. I've got a good opponent, experienced fighter, but I'm sure me and the coach want a great game plan. We'll break him down and knock him out, so looking forward to it.
Anthony, Craig, back in Liverpool, back at the Echo Arena, and now in the cruiserweight division, it's absolutely buzzing domestically, and you're only a couple of fights away from challenging for titles yourself.
Yeah, I've got a good test on Saturday as well. Lads with a winning record. Who's coming to win? I'm definitely coming to win, so I'm looking to make a statement Saturday and knock them out.
Fazza, once again, huge amount of support for you on Saturday in the arena, and looking forward to getting back to winning ways again and moving on to challenge again for a title for yourself.
Yeah, it's been a busy start of the new year. I've had a fight on the 10th of March. Got a win, got the rust off, as it's been quite a while since I've been in the ring. So yeah, I'm looking forward to being back on the big stage, big show like this. As you can see in the room here, shocker, can't move, so I'm sure it's going to be the same on Saturday night. And looking forward to getting another win under my belt and pushing on then. Hopefully we can get a title shot, maybe in the summer or towards the end of the year. So yeah, that's what I'm looking on, yeah, can't wait.
Bilal, new opponent for you. Obviously disappointed that Ryan pulled out late last week. Wish him all the best with his recovery. But an important night for you to move forward, continue that undefeated record.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I was looking forward to it, boxing man with Guy, but you know, I'm not surprised because he pulled out second time now. So yeah, got a new opponent, so I'm going to go fight him. That's it. That's all I can say.
Osman, had you on the Next Gen show in Manchester, looked fantastic there. I know Amir speaks very highly of you. It's almost like looking in a mirror sometimes watching you two fight. Massive support for you as well, and a big platform on Saturday.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank God for this massive opportunity. I'd like to thank Amir because he got me on this huge event. And for me, coming off small hall shows and coming on such a huge event like this, it's a dream come true. I think every athlete who's at the highest level should support the up-and-coming lads. And Amir see me train and he said, you know what, he said, I'll put you on my undercard. He put me on his undercard straight away, so big thanks to Amir as well. Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you, Osman. A young man, former British, Commonwealth, European welterweight champion, now back at 154 pounds. A keen spectator to the Kell Brook show recently, and of course the Amir Khan fight as well. That's Birmingham Sam Eggington back in action, up at 154 pounds. Sam, welcome. Looking forward to your return. You're looking a lot better than you do at most press conferences, so you've moved into the new weight nicely.
Yeah, you know, I can't exaggerate enough how much I'm feeling the benefits of moving up a weight. A few things have happened this week. You know, I tried to get a few bigger fights, but you know, it didn't come through. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to fighting in front of the Liverpool fans. You know, they're well known, you know, for being a fight scene.
Obviously, the welterweight division was great for you and was very deep, but domestically at 154, the same kind of thing. Obviously, you've got Kell Brook up there now at 154. You've got Scott Fitzgerald, you've got Anthony Fowler, you've got Ted Cheeseman, you've got Liam Williams, you've got Liam Smith. So some big domestic fights out there for you.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, all the domestic lads in the top 10 are at a decent level. So, you know, we're going to get through this one and see what comes after it. But first of all, I'm just, you know, I've been out of the ring for a while, so you know, on Saturday I just want to get in, get a good job done, and we'll move on from there.
Delighted to welcome to Liverpool as well Conor Benn. Obviously, he's had a great rise in through the learning fights in the programme. I think he had one of the best undercard fights I've seen against Cedric Paynell last time out at York Hall. He's had a few months off to learn and prepare. And Conor excited to be boxing in Liverpool on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing to, you know, finally fight in Liverpool. I've asked Eddie to fight in Liverpool a while back, and you know, it's finally here now. It's been like 4 or 5 months since my last fight. You know, that was a hard fight, biggest learning fight I've had to date, and you know, it's been 4 or 5 months of hard grafting. I've gone to America, you know, sparred some of the Americans out there, signed to Golden Boy. So, you know, it's all learning, it's all growing, and you know, I look forward to my first appearance of 2018 here in Liverpool. You know, it's going to be exciting. Expect fireworks. It's going to be good.
Thank you, Conor. We're going to move up to the championship fights now, and I'd like to welcome everybody with a round of applause. Firstly, Natasha Jonas' first title fight here in Liverpool on Saturday. She's had a great start to her professional career, looking really, really good. Massive support from the city. It's so good to see her pushing female boxing with the likes of Katie Taylor and so many people out supporting her. Her opponent for the WBA International Super Featherweight title on Saturday is French national champion, European title champion. Please give a round of applause to Taousi Belhadji.
Good afternoon, everybody. I don't speak very well English, so I try it for you. I'm very happy for this event. Thank you for your invitation. And we called me last time, the last minute for the fight. And I trained it very hard for Natasha. I know this girl. I think it's good fighting for Saturdays.
Thank you very much, Natasha. Well, I think we should give a big round of applause to Natasha Jonas. Natasha, I saw you at the workout the other day. You look absolutely brilliant. Joe Gallagher's been raving about your preparation now and ready for your first title fight on Saturday in front of your home fans.
Yeah, I mean, anytime I fight at home, it's always an honour and a privilege to be representing women's boxing in Liverpool and just professional boxing on the whole. So, yeah, you know, the people are always behind me. We are a fighting city, and we come out and we support our own. And thank you for taking the fight at such short notice, because, you know, the opponent had changed a couple of times within the last week. But yeah, I'm here to put on a show. I think with every fight I've improved. I've shown something different, and you're going to see the best of Natasha on Saturday night.
I think this is probably a tougher fight than your original scheduled test, to be honest with you. I think looking at Tosi, she's obviously boxed for the European title, been a national champion as well. It's a big step up in relation to your previous fights.
Yeah, I think I've been ready for it for a while. It was just a case of getting me out there, and now I've had the time, I've had the experience, I've had the demands in, and I know I can do it all now. It's just about putting it together on Saturday night.
Look forward to that. Natasha Jonas against Tosi Hadji for the WBA international title. Now, our chief supporter fight that everybody has been talking about, and it's hard sometimes when you build up a fight between two blokes that all they want to do is kiss and cuddle each other. But one thing we do know is they will not be kissing and cuddling each other on Saturday night. Two great blokes, two great fighters, two people that every time they step through the ring give us great entertainment, great value for money. They always fight with their heart on their sleeve. And unless it's a draw, someone's got to lose on Saturday night, which no one's going to like to see. But as I said, a brilliant fight everybody's talking about. First of all, big round of applause for someone that's given us brilliant entertainment for many years. Challenging for the Commonwealth lightweight title on Saturday from Hull, Tommy Coyle.
Thank you. First and foremost, thanks, for putting me on in Liverpool. I'm very familiar with a lot of the boxing fans in Liverpool, I think because of my history fighting youth scousers. But again, I'm very happy to be here. I'm very excited to be in such a good fight. Everybody knows what I bring to the table and what Sean brings to the table, and I think the real winners are obviously going to be the fans on Saturday night.
Tommy, I know that obviously you've got massive respect for Masha as well, but as a fighter, where do you see your benefits in this fight? How do you see yourself winning this fight on Saturday?
Not gonna win it. You've got to say that. I just think I fell in love with the game again over the last 12 weeks. I really, really have. And I think that's credit to the new teammates who have come to the gym. We're all bouncing off one another. And I just think the fact that I'm so happy and looking forward to the fight so much, I just think I'm going to be way too strong and way too much for Masha. But after the fight, I can't wait to give him another cuddle. I don't want to say anything derogatory about him. He's a top kid. I'm actually a fan, you know what I mean? I love watching him fight. Whenever he fights, I'm tuning in, me and the boys. My brothers wanted to buy tickets off him, so he got a 10%. You know, all my pals like him. We're just going to go in there, stand and have a fight, and the best man will win. And you guys as fans will win definitely on Saturday night.
I know that achievements and belts are very important to you. How important is it, and how pleasing would it be to win that Commonwealth title on Saturday?
Listen, I ain't in this game to earn a few quid or to make a living at. I'm genuinely in this game because I love having a fight. I'd fight every single day of the week if I could. I'm a better person for fighting. I'd be crackers if I didn't have a fight. Winning this Commonwealth title would mean the world to me, and when I do, it will be the icing on the cake. I can't see any. I was driving into Liverpool today, and I said to the lads what are filming a family documentary for us. I said, I'm going to be driving home on the M62 with the belt out the window shouting, I'm the new. So I'm extremely confident. I really, really am. And I'm sorry if I'm upsetting you here, Mash, but it's coming home with me, mate. I'm sorry.
You ain't upsetting me, mate. I'm making a replica, you can take that with you.
What's he saying?
Me and the lad's going to make one for you. He's a good little drawer there, so we'll make you one, cut it out, and you can take that.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. Very kind.
Before we go to Masha, as always, a hugely popular figure in this area, one I think the great stories of boxing. Many of you here to support him today. Round of applause for Sean Masha Dodge. Cheers. I just want to say, Masha, saw one of the funniest press releases the other day, and it just summed you up perfectly. It was your quote or something. It says, "People used to think I was crap, but now they realise I'm good."
I'm good at being crap. Thanks, Ed. Nice one. I've never saying that, to be honest, but you know, I would have said it. It's something I would have said. And thanks to everyone for coming out as well. You know, the support again here is massive. I was going to say phenomenal, but I can't say the word properly. So thanks, guys, amazing. Thanks, you know, for Tommy for his kind words, his respectful words, and you know, it's just that me and Tommy are a mirror image of each other. Obviously, not when we dress, but when we do the way we talk of each other. We're very respectful people. We're family men. We give it our all. You know, I love the lad really do. But the beauty of this is the fact that we're both the same, we're so alike. Our respects are so alike, but we're quite different as well. So we've got so much in common, we've got so much different. We train a little bit differently. You know, he's at home with his family. That's what works for him, and he's happy. I'm at home on my own. That's what works for me, makes me happy. He'll go abroad and train, and I'll be in the slumps in Birkenhead with my wetproofs on and digging it, and that's how it works for me. So we're quite different in them senses, but we're so much alike in person with each other. He's dressed nice and dapper in a suit, and I've got my beach party clothes on, so but you know, it's going to be hard to separate us. We're going to come and lock horns on Saturday night, and it's going to be a great fight. I'm so excited.
Ashley, would you say that's the toughest fight of your career so far?
Yeah, because he's experienced. You know, he's got the experience in the pro fighting game. He's good at what he does. He believes in himself. He's had a great camp. He's in good spirit. So, you know, it's you know, a happy fight today in this fight, and I'm expecting a really tough fight. Yeah, but you know, feels like I've got what it's going to take on the night to beat him.
Do you believe you win inside the distance? What's that?
It could be. You know, it could be inside the distance. It could be on points. I'm feeling good. You know, you give me plenty of time to prepare. So I've had a good, nice long hard camp, which is giving me more times to rest and stuff like that, and not cram a high intensity workload in short weeks, which we have to do as professionals. I've had a long camp, prepared well and hard. I've had good time to rest, recover. You know, 2 pounds over the weight now. I'm flying and I'm really good. I feel phenomenal.
We can't wait, ladies and gentlemen. 2 great blokes, 1 great fight. Commonwealth lightweight fight. We go to the main event now, and like I said, I think unquestionably one of the standout fighters in British boxing history over, you know, since its infancy in Amir Khan. 2 years since that defeat against Canelo, 5 years nearly since he's boxed in the UK. Back hungry than ever, looking to regain that world championship that he lost a while back, and other unified championships as well. Been involved in some massive nights for British boxing, and it's great to see him back. Firstly, obviously very much involved in the team setup as well. Shah, I'd ask you to say a few words ahead of your son's return on Saturday night.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Eddie. It's been it's been a great camp. I think it's one of the best camps Amir's had. I've been with him in San Francisco as well. We had a little bit of hiccup, obviously Virgil wasn't so well, so we had to bring in George. George done a great job with him in the short time we've been with him. And he's looking great, you know, and so relaxed, that's the main thing. And we all, you know, I think it's going to be a great night of boxing on Sky Sports. And we're looking forward to a great win.
Firstly, talking on behalf of Team Greco, and thank you to Lamont from Heyman Boxing as well, and Tom Brown as well for their involvement in making this fight, Lewis DeCubas as well. But every now and again we've got a couple of many legends here today, but I think definitely as a fight fan, someone that we loved watching so much over the years. Many fighters here in awe of him today, and I was as well when I met him earlier this week. Big round of applause for Phil Greco's head trainer, Fernando Vargas. Fernando, probably the first time in a while that Phil has had this kind of preparation, this kind of camp for a fight, and having been around you and the team, all very confident ahead of Saturday night.
Absolutely. You know, got some notes here that I gotta say. You know, we're in camp for 12 weeks, sparred 176 rounds of sparring with 3 different sparring partners. Trained in Vegas, which is 2,000 feet above sea level. I'm friends with Amir and don't have anything negative to say. At the end of the day, this is a business. I'm going against an amazing trainer and great friend of mine that I know since I was a kid, Joe Goosen, which is an honor. But as he knows, there's no friends in the ring, only outside of it. Thank you, and may the best man win.
Fernando, just a question as well, obviously. A massive opportunity for Phil LaGreca as well. Amir Khan coming back after a period of inactivity.
I think that that's gonna, we all know that if you take off a year, you're gonna have ring rust. When you take out 2 years, you're gonna have ring rust. People can say that, you know, you won't have ring rust, but you will. So, you know, we're gonna capitalize on that. I know that Phil's worked extremely hard in camp with 3 different sparring partners. Big guys, small guys, guys that box, guys that put pressure. So we got ready for the best Amir Khan possible. You know what I mean? So we taking nothing away from Amir. We know, and I know he's a great fighter, a great boxer, great intelligent boxer. But I know that Phil is hungry, and yeah, he has a great power behind him. And so I think that, you know, we're gonna upset the world on Saturday night.
Thank you, Fernando. Ladies and gentlemen, from the other side, nice round of applause. Amir's head trainer from the States, Joe Goosen.
Thank you very much, Eddie. It's really a pleasure to be here in England. It's my first time here, and I have to tell you, I've been welcomed with open arms, and sorry for the thick accent I might present to you. But that being said, all joking aside, we had a tremendous camp. Of course, Shah Khan, running the camp, provided everything we needed to get the job done. We did have a tremendous 5-week camp. Loads of sparring, lots of instruction, lots of running, lots of training. And Amir was a very cooperative fighter in camp. He's in tremendous shape. And he is an exceptional fighter, an exceptional athlete. And he proved that to me every day in camp. I never make predictions about fights, but I know one thing. We trained and we came here to do one thing, and that was to win. And that's what we're planning on doing Saturday night. And the last thing I'd like to say is, of course, the great Fernando Vargas had nice words to say, and of course, he's a real gentleman. And I do appreciate that, Fernando. I'll always love seeing you fight. You were always exciting in the ring. And I'm sure you're going to bring the goods Saturday night. I know you're a hard worker, and I'm sure you did a great job in the gym. But that being said, I think we have a superior talent in Amir Khan. He's going to put on a great show Saturday.
Okay, on to the fighters. Firstly, a guy I know has worked very, very hard in his camp, a very determined individual, a very good competitor, and a good fighter too. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, I'd like to introduce to you Phil LaGreca.
All right, Phil.
First, I want to start by thanking God. Without Him, faith, nothing is possible. I want to thank starting my team, starting with Al Heyman, Sam Watson, Fernando Vargas, Jorge Capetillo, my brother, my family, Jay, for helping me through this camp. It's been fun. Honestly, I didn't want this camp to end. It's been 12 weeks. I mean, I finally got to grow a beard for once. I didn't know what it was like to have a beard, now I have one. You know, waking up in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, going and run the mountains, things that I've never done before. I had a lot of fun. It's been great. I can't wait till Saturday. I'm just ready to go. There's nothing else that I can say or do that's gonna make me better now. So come out and support. We're gonna put on a great fight. My goal is obviously to win, and I'm willing to get knocked out to knock him out. So I'm just ready to go. Thanks, guys.
Phil, we saw you in great shape at the workout on Saturday. How much do you think the inactivity will affect Amir on Saturday night?
Well, I've been inactive for, if you really look at my career, while Amir was having a lot of success, I was inactive. And let's say I've been a pro since 2006, I would say I would have a total of 6-7 years of inactivity. It really puts a lot of hurt in your career when you're inactive, especially in his last fight, the way it ended. I know it's been on his mind for a long time, and you know, a lot of fighters, a lot of athletes have a tendency to actually say, no, I got one more in me. You know, from Sugar Ray Leonard to Muhammad Ali to other good fighters that, you know, push the envelope. I'm a student of the game, and you know, here's a fun fact, what you guys don't know. I mean, I actually met you in 2004 at the Pula Games in Croatia. Valentino, 60 kilo guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, hey man, you gotta meet this guy.
I met him in RGM a couple of years ago, remember?
Where?
In RGM, he come to RGM and I was hanging off his neck. I went RGM, in the Vinci gym.
Masha, we haven't got a translator in today.
So, and you were, we went to Pula, you lost the first fight.
Yeah.
I got robbed, then I got hurt, then Valentino was like, man, this guy's gonna be good. And I'm like, hey bro, you don't remember, but I got a good long-term memory. I'm like, how old are you? Like, oh, 17. I'm like, oh, you got a long way. Next thing I know, you won the Olympic silver medalist. You won the silver medal, and I was a fan. I think in that way, and I've studied your boxing. I honestly believe your best years are done. I think your best years were in 2010, 11, 12, 13, and it's gonna show on Saturday night.
Backhanded compliment there, I suppose. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, British boxing is absolutely flying at the moment. We're seeing some incredible nights, sold out arenas, another one on Saturday. This fight's going to be live on ESPN in the States, more Sky Sports here, our host broadcaster. And it's a pleasure to welcome this young man to the team. We know how much he's achieved in the sport, we know how hard he works, and we know how much he wants to be back to that level again. To the city of Liverpool, I'd like a big round of applause for former unified world champion Amir Khan.
Brilliant turn today. Thank you for coming to the press conference. I'm really looking forward to this fight on Saturday. It's a full sellout. It's been a long time since I fought back in the UK. It's 5 years, and can't wait to put on a great performance for all my fans out here. Obviously, last fight I had was 2 years ago against Canelo. Didn't go the right way, but obviously that's boxing for you. But you know, I'll work very hard for this fight because I know that there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be, you know, putting me down saying you've not got anything left. I mean, I'm 31. I honestly feel better at 31 than I was when I was 28. And I mentioned that in all my interviews, and I do feel it as well. Having a great trainer in Joe Bruson. You know, we worked on so much new things. I still train like a 25-year-old, push myself. Still have the energy and everything in me. I just can't wait to get back in the ring. It has been a long time, but it's what I do best. What I do best is getting into the boxing ring and fighting. Just wanna, you know, thank the Records team for being a little bit more respectful this time, and obviously good friends with Fernando Vargas. You all, thanks for coming as well. I know he's going to be ready. He's going to be ready to fight. He's going to be ready to what he's going to come to win. But you know, we work very hard. Me and Joe put more work into this than ever. And I really feel in better shape now than I did for the Canelo fight. I thought I trained very hard for that. So time will tell. Time will tell. Come Saturday. I've done everything I needed to do. I want to thank my true man Eddie for being great, putting this fight on and everything. The promotion on Sky Sports has been amazing. So guys, tune in Sky Sports on Saturday. And for those who are going to be there live, we are going to put on a great performance, and the best man will win. Thank you.
Thank you, Amir, and thank you all for coming today. The weigh-in tomorrow will be live on Sky Sports in the UK, ESPN across America, and multiple countries around. We're going to have pictures on the stage, a head-to-head with the 3 championship fights, and the guys available for one-on-ones with the media. Thank you so much, Liverpool. We'll see you Saturday night.
Rounds, 3 minutes, 3 fights.
Unbeaten fighters and major performance. I can't tell you how excited I am about this.